So I'm gonna tell you how my life changed drastically after I did so much cheating on my husband. And let me tell you something. You better believe what goes around comes around, but it don't always come around the same way you gave it. When I started cheating, and I cheated for a long time. Yeah, I cheated on this man so much I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. I'm dead ass serious. I cheated on this man so many times I can't even count. You hear me? I done did so much shit behind that man back, I can't even tell it all. But I will tell you this, you better believe I suffer the consequences behind that. And let me tell you what God will do. God will sit you down. When you doing wrong, I promise you, you think you getting away with it, that like they say, laugh now, cry later. My homegirl used to tell me all the time, my friends used to say stuff like, girl, you got it made. You know what I'm saying? You got a man that do for you. You doing this, you doing that. You can do what you want to do, girl. I suffer a lot of consequences. I became homeless after I cheated so much. After me and my husband, after I did so much cheating, I became homeless. I dealt with a permanent injury. I'm dealing with a permanent injury. God said, you won't sit down, I'm going to sit you down. Right now, y'all don't know this, but I use a walker to this day. God had to sit me down. You know, I dealt with a lot of issues. I got put out here, put out there. I'm telling you, my life went to shambles after I did so much cheating. I'm going to tell you something. If you doing somebody dirty, you better stop. Because I promise you, you going to get your ass whooped. Life going to whoop your ass. I'm telling you right now, life tore my ass up, baby. That's why now I can talk about it, because I'm telling you, if you, men and women, if y'all cheating on y'all mate, y'all spouse, whatever the case, especially if you married, you better stop. Because I'm telling you, the consequences is not going to be pretty. It might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to come big. You hear me? Because nobody would have never told me in a million years that I would have had a permanent disability because of my cheating ways. I'm sorry to say, can't nobody change my mind. That's where it came from. I suffered so many losses because of the things that I was doing. And the biggest loss was the fact that I destroyed my marriage with my kid's father. And, you know.
So we got a follow-up video coming up, guys. But before we get into it, hey, them streets be looking nice. Them streets be looking good. And this isn't anything new. This has been going on for decades, guys. This has been going on for decades. Women stepping out, cheating on the husband, ruining the family. What they say, a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, but a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. Hey, couldn't be any more true. Y'all know my divorce story and how crazy it was. That was another prime example. Some women, but I don't say that you need to stay in an unhappy relationship. If communication and all these things don't work, then by all means, go on about your business. But if you got a thick BBW right here that's just on the road getting her cheeks clapped, she said so many times, I'm assuming it's multiple dudes. So she was getting it in, and whatever your beliefs are, whether you're spiritual, whether you believe in a higher power, divine justice, things like that, what goes around comes around. We live our karma every day. Somebody said in the comments the other day, and they were like, well, JR, this happened to me, and they haven't gotten their karma. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life. You don't know what people are dealing with, and that's what a lot of people think. They think just because when they look at somebody that everything is well, man, everybody's got issues. Everybody's got problems. People are dealing with stuff that you don't know about. I got problems of my own. I have situations that you guys don't know about, and you got situations that your family doesn't know about or whoever else. And that's just how it is, guys. And things happen to you on the daily, but you live, it's not some way far down the road. Things happen to you based off of your choices, man. That's just how it is. It's energy that's put out there. But she did a follow-up, guys, about why she did what she did, because she was talking about cheating here, but she's going to explain why she did what she did. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Why did I cheat on my husband? So I'm about to tell y'all why. I'm just be completely honest. I'm going to tell you the truth. The only thing that I can say for myself is I just didn't give a damn. When your mate cheat on you, they just really don't give a damn. That's the God honest truth. Now, I'm going to be honest. When me and my husband first got together, when we was in high school, now mind you, I met him when I was 15, he was 17. I was his first. I broke his virginity. You know what I'm saying? I had been a hot ass before I met him, but I broke his virginity. Okay? So people be like, you know, he knew you was cheating. I don't think he knew. I think he just really loved the fuck out of me. He was abusive. Like when we was in college, or when I was in, he was going to school Now we went to another school in a whole nother city. But he was really aggressive. Like, I remember when I was young, I was so, like, fragile. Like, my mama was the type of mama, she taught me to be real feminine and this and that, this and that. Man, this man used to beat the fuck out of me when we was young. For real, it's like he was real aggressive. He wanted things to go his way. And somewhat down the line, I think I just stopped giving a fuck. The abuse had stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I had just stopped giving a fuck. And I wanted to get my lick back. In my mind back then, like, I think subconsciously I wanted to fuck him over because of how he had abused the fuck out of me. The thing about it is, now, he was a provider. That man used to do everything for me, y'all. But it's people be thinking that money is all that matter. It don't. It's more than money. You know what I'm saying? A man can give you all his money and still treat you like shit. I didn't feel like I was 100% loved. I remember times I would try to have conversations with him. He would ignore me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't know. So I guess my attention went to other men. So that's why it's important, fellas, for y'all to give y'all wives the attention that she needs. Because at the end of the day, when we start yearning for that attention, we will seek it elsewhere. That's the God and the truth. Now, another question people ask me is, do I think that he cheated on me? I don't think so. Because see, one thing about it, and I'm being completely 100% transparent, I was a big ass freak. You get what I'm saying? He didn't have to seek nothing from nowhere else. Every sexual thing that he wanted, he was getting from me. And baby, I was A1 at what I do. You know what I'm saying? He had no reason to. But see, when it comes down to being open-minded, because of his inexperience, he wasn't as open-minded as me. My sexual level was up here, and he was down here, so I needed more sexually. You know what I'm saying? Things that I like, the normal female probably wouldn't even like it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that I like to do, even to this day, the most females be like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know, so, I mean, he didn't have to cheat. Everything he needed was in me. So I think I'm gonna do a story time about what initiated everything. Like the very first time I cheated. Like I remember, I think I was like 18, and this is what started. I was faithful from 15 to 18, but at 18, that's where the cheating started. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about that. Give me a minute.
Go ahead and give you a minute, baby, but not on this video right here. Interesting thing there. There's a lot to unpack. She was 15 years old. He was 17. You guys are still teenagers, young. For some people, that's a red flag, or that's an issue. I wouldn't say a red flag. That's an issue for some people. Getting together young and not knowing what you want. And him being abusive early on, 17 years old, and him eventually becoming a provider, taking care of her. And she said he wasn't giving. Because when women cheat, that's the number one answer. He wasn't giving me enough attention. Bottom line, that's every woman who cheats. He wasn't giving me enough attention, so I had to seek it elsewhere. A woman, her attention cup will never be full. You can never fill it, doesn't matter what you do. And you definitely, with the advent of the internet and social media, a man definitely can't compete with that. So she said she was a nympho, so to speak. She needed, like, my man wasn't handling business to her liking. So she had to go out there and get her cheeks clapped on the outside to fulfill it. And you don't think that Buddy was dealing with anybody else? One thing, fellas, one thing I know for sure is that women will cheat sometimes before they leave. When she's completely done with you, maybe she liked this money or whatever, but I guess they say it's easier to cheat than to leave. Unlike what Donnell Jones said, I'd rather leave than to cheat. And she wasn't on that type of time. She was like, he was a good provider. He got me everything I wanted. My Lewinsky game was A1. The BBW buns was A1. And he didn't need anything. So I was an overachiever in that aspect. But you just wasn't feeling his D game. So I don't know if you guys were married. I guess that's a different story. But you started 18 years old, stepping out. This happens with a lot of people, man. You're young. You're not married. You don't know what you want. It happens. I know a lady personally. She had started cheating. She was in a relationship with this dude since high school, like same age, 14, 15, was with him. And then she started going to college and school and all this stuff that she was saying. And she saw these other dudes and started getting her cheeks clapped by other dudes and realized she didn't want to be with this guy, even though they were living together and they had a house. But well, shit happens, man. It's one of those things, guys, and I understand it's a culture. As far as Americans and in the West, culturally, we tend to not have those arranged marriages. We just go ahead and just figure it out. But some stuff happened to her, even though my man was putting the beaters. I don't agree with that. If you got to put your hands on a woman, man, you don't need to be with that woman at the end of the day. If you feel like you being provoked or anything like that, if she's trying to try you, you don't need to be with that woman, man. You need to be with a nice, loving woman that you don't have to get to that point with. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. Listen, I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.